All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Pain Points webinar series. My name is Jessie Devine, and I'm the Community Engagement Manager at QuoteWerks. Our goal is to dive into common business challenges that companies face when creating quotes and proposals. Today's pain point topic is spending too much time looking up and gathering prices from vendors. We know your time is valuable, so these webinars are going to be fairly short, and we'll keep them under 30 minutes. We want you to be able to apply these solutions right away, and we want these webinars to be as quick and efficient as what your quoting process is or will be. Okay, so with every webinar, we're going to go over a quick agenda of what we'll be covering today to show you how easy it is to solve some of these pain points that you're facing when it comes to quotes and proposals. So first, we'll go over the pain point, then we'll discuss the solution, and then go into a live demo, and at the very end, have a Q&A session. I want to encourage you all to ask questions during the webinar. In the questions box, I'll circle back to the questions at the end of the webinar, and if for some reason I can't get to it, I'll be sure to follow up with you with an email or a phone call that day or tomorrow. Additionally, all our webinars are recorded, and we'll send you a link of the webinar when it's been uploaded to our YouTube page and videos page. And if you haven't done so already, we recommend subscribing to our YouTube page so you get notified anytime we upload a new training video. And we also post a lot of new and helpful information on our social media sites, so definitely follow us there too. So in today's quick webinar, we'll be covering the pain point of spending too much time looking up and gathering prices from vendors. You know, in the world of MSPs and VARs and IT providers, this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest pain point. You know, you spend hours going from website to website to search for items and find the best prices and making sure they're in stock. Often your customers end up price checking you and find better prices online because the internet is easy like that. Items can be out of stock in a week or two or more later, and you have to search all over again to multiple different locations. Finally, you have to retype the information from your chosen vendor. You have to crop pictures and add pertinent information and detailed information onto the quote. It's a lot of double effort for creating these quotes and searching for vendor prices and stock availability, all of that. So how can we alleviate some of these pain points? The QuoteWerks real-time module offers several real-time integrations, including tax rate lookup, U.S. postal codes, FedEx, UPS shipping, real-time leasing, etc. But most importantly, related to today's topic, it offers the real-time pricing and warehouse availability with many of the leading IT and AV distributors. We integrate with over 15 distributors and vendors as listed here. Some notable are Amazon Business, Dell, Premier Portal, Ingram Micro, Tech Data, Synex, D&H, and many others. Obviously, most of you who are on this webinar probably are using it already if you're an MSP. With that, we also offer the product content subscription, which is used along with the real-time module. You no longer have to download and import product files from your major distributors and no longer need to manage price lists. You can easily get consumer-friendly website descriptions, product pictures, spec sheets, and more with just a couple of clicks. You can easily find new parts. You can compare your prices that are your prices from your distributor against consumer prices, so that includes Amazon, CDW, Dell, and Staples. And what's really great is that you can get recommended accessories, similar items, and upsell items to generate more revenue. Furthermore, we have a direct integration with Amazon Business, so we know that a lot of time Amazon beats vendor prices, so this will be really helpful should you have an Amazon Business account. Finally, the matrix-style product comparison window allows for you to get side-by-side comparison view of up to 15 or more items. So you can actually get pricing from a bunch of items all at the same time and remove anything that's not in stock or has a $0 figure, all with a couple clicks. So as you can see, the real-time module and the product content subscription, also we call this Etilize in our office quite a bit, will make your vendor sourcing process a lot faster. You'll be able to compare all the prices right inside of QuoteWorks. So I do want to mention again, we offer trials. If you don't have it, most of you probably have it, but if you don't, the 30-day trial is available, and you can just email me at jessie@quoteworks.com or jdivine@quoteworks.com. If you look in the chat box, my email is there. So let me show you how quickly and efficiently we can get this going. Let me make sure that everything's all set. All right, so hopefully everyone can see my screen here. I've set my QuoteWorks up so it just has my section headers in place. And we're going to go right into it. We're going to pull some items right from Etilize into my quote. So today I'm going to be quoting a laptop to my customer. So click the products button, or you can also do this little search icon here. It will pull up the products window. Now, once you have Etilize set up, you'll see up here the Etilize button. This is going to allow you to search inside of Etilize. Now, in the search box here, you can search for anything with a description. It could be part of a description, vendor part number, item description, or however you want to look up your item. It pretty much allows you to search for whatever it is that you're looking for. So I can actually double click in here, and also it shows you a couple shortcuts as well. So double clicking in this field is a little cool shortcut. It's also called the F2 lookup. If you click F2 on your keyboard, this will be popped up within your search field. This is basically a shortcut list that you can keep within this very specific field. If I selected an item, I could do that. But F2 lookup is a really great tool to search for items. So highly recommend that if you search for anything over and over and over again. But for the sake of this webinar, I'm going to start with a generic search. So I'm going to do a Lenovo laptop. Now, obviously, Lenovo has a billion different kinds of laptops. So I want to limit it to my distributors that are going to have it, and also what's been in stock in the last 24 hours. How I'll know what's in stock in the last 24 hours is up here. It's going to show you the different distributors that have it. So right here is Tech Data, and Synex have had it in the last 24 hours. Now, obviously, it's only showing 6 results, but there's actually down here you'll be able to see over 42,000 results that have come back. So to search a little bit easier, we can actually drill down the results on the side panel here. And I want to search by product family. So if there's something that you're searching for, you can do screen size, whatever. You can do that. But I want to do the ThinkPad X13. So let's go down there and find that. All right. So if I do the ThinkPad, it's going to probably limit my results a little bit more. So great. 41 items found. And I'll be able to see here which distributors have had it in stock for the last 24 hours. So I'm going to select this one first here. And great. I have my picture, my description. And by clicking this lightning bolt icon, this is going to search for the pricing from your distributors. I have D&H, Synex, Ingram Micro, Tech Data set up. In green here, I can see that Tech Data has the best price, and better yet, it's in stock. You can see here Ingram Micro does not. So this little gray number section is where you'll be able to see what's in stock. And on this side, you'll be able to see what location has it available and in stock, which is great. 52 is pretty good. Now, we can compare this laptop against consumer website pricing. Again, we know your customers like to make sure that they're getting the best price. So by clicking the globe or checking this box, you're going to be able to get your consumer website pricing. Okay, so Amazon has it for a better price, but today I'm going to add Tech Data because I want to get my shipping minimums. So by double clicking, I can add this to my quote. Now I'm going to add it to the product section. I can also just select add down here, and that will add it to my quote. Now you'll notice down here, by when I search for this item, it also brought up a couple different tabs. Here we have the recommended accessories by the manufacturer. So you can search for items here. You can drill down the results by the different categories. You can also do similar items as this laptop if you wanted to give some different options for your customer to take a look at. You can also upsell items. So if you're doing like a good, better, best, this is a great way to add some revenue to your bottom line and add some different options for your customer as well if that's something you would like to do. You can also get the spec sheet and attach it to the quote. Now the spec sheet is going to have all the information on there, like the manufacturer part number and everything. So just be aware of that. But another way you can actually add information to your quote is to go onto the compare. Now the compare is going to bring up a matrix style window. I can compare this item against whatever else I want to add onto my compare window. So I'm going to click compare. Compare is going to show you all the specs of this particular quote. Now I'm going to come back to this in just a minute while I add a couple other things on the quote, but just note that you have the ability to do this. So one moment. So let's add a couple different items on the quote. Let's add another laptop for the sake of comparing, good, better, best for the customer. All right, so I want to drill down and do a different kind of ThinkPad. Let's do this ThinkPad. It's similar but slightly different. Let's go down to the ThinkPad Yoga and see which ones are available. Okay, so we can see there's a lot available here. All right. Refresh the price. Make sure, okay, Tech Data doesn't have it in stock here. See if anyone else does. They're out of stock. Let's try a different one. All right. All right, Tech Data has it in stock here. I'm going to add this to my quote, add to the product section. Now, I've added two different laptops. So I want to make sure my customer has the ability to see the difference. If I click compare again, it's going to add it to my compare window. So you can see here, there's two different laptops that I have on here, and I can compare the differences. Whoops. Here we go. All right. So what's really nice is that the yellow is what's highlighting the differences between the two items. I can unhighlight it if I don't want it highlighted, but for the sake of making it easier, you can also highlight it here. You can also get pricing and availability at the same time. So if I wanted to add, a few more items on this, I can actually go back into the product lookup window, right-click on a few items, and compare product features in Etilize. All right, sorry about that. All right, so we have a few items on here for comparison. Now I can actually get pricing and availability for all these items at one time. As I mentioned earlier, you can actually show many of the functions or show many of the pricing and availability at the same time. That's a tongue twister. To make it easier to see what's in stock and what's available, you can actually remove anything that's zero available and remove anything with zero cost. So for this one, we don't have anything that has zero cost, but it does remove everything that's not available. So if you wanted to compare a bunch of items at the same time, remove items, see what's in stock, this is a great way to do that. Okay, so now I've added my items to the quote, and we're good to go. Now, what I could do if I wanted to is actually add this to my PDF that I'm going to show to my customer or the quote valet, and I can actually add this PDF to the links tab. So just click add PDF to links tab, and that's going to be available. So really easy to do that. Great way to do that. So I want to add a couple of different items on the quote. Again, I showed you the F2 lookup. So I actually look up the Lenovo warranty if I wanted to. I know it's something I do all the time. Do the best price. Add that to my services section. And I also can do Etilize favorites. So my favorites is a great tool if there's something that you search for on Etilize regularly. This is a great place to do that. So I added 2 items on here. So I'm going to add items on the quote, or I can double click, see who has the best stock and availability. Check data once again. Add it to my options and also carrying case. So really easy to show that. All right. Now, if you're wondering how we can look for add something on your favorites, just search for an item. I'm just going to do a generic search again. And just right click on the item. And you can add Etilize product to my favorites. So easy as that. So now I've added all my items on the quote. Easy to do. I'm making these optional. And we want to make sure it's selected. So line attributes, in case anyone's not familiar with line attributes, it's a great way to make things optional, not optional, and change the line item types to however you want to show it on your quote. So again, I clicked A, made it optional. I want to make this a good, better, best option for my customer. So again, line attributes. I want to make this optional, but I want them to select one of the 2. So I'm going to call this laptop. And this is going to allow me to make it optional item. So easy as that. So something else I want to show you on here is that you can actually see Etilize right here by clicking the Etilize icon. Let's say your customer hasn't looked at the quote in a couple weeks, but you want to make sure that the pricing is still right. This is a great way to check to make sure that things are in stock and sourced in the right place. Or perhaps an easier way is just clicking the refresh button. It's going to refresh all the prices for you. So really nice and easy way to do that as well. Now, let's say you want to actually have this product pretty regularly. You can add this product into your product database very easily. And this goes for anything you write manually as well inside of QuoteWerks, but you can highlight the line item, you can copy it, and you can actually add it to your products database. So if you had, products that you access regularly, you can actually copy it, and then you can actually paste this right into QuoteWerks. Yep. And there it is, right there inside of your database. Now, if you wanted to look inside of your database to see the latest pricing for this particular item, again, the Etilize icon is right here, and you'll be able to see right in one location. So easy as that. Lots of little Etilize icon locations where you can access that data pretty regularly. All right, and that pretty much shows you that, but I do want to show you the links tab. Again, I had that product information there. And if I wanted to upload it to Quote Ballet, I can do so. Now I can add a cover letter. And again, if you had added spec sheets, you can add that, but you can also add the links tab. And then I can upload it onto Quote Ballet. All right, uploading it to Quote Ballet so we can take a look. All right, there it is. So you can see all the product pictures are there, and the customer can look at your hardware quote very easily. I do want to show you something where we can actually make the description a little bit easier as well. So just so that you can see a more customer-friendly description, since we have the Etilize button here open, there is a tab that says item detail. Now you can go with the complex, description filled item, or you can go with something more simple that is provided through Etilize. So we can, do that if we wanted to, and we could do that for all the different line items as well. So another small tip. And finally, I do want to show you that you can go directly to your website from the distributor. So if you wanted to take a deeper look into it, you can actually click the website button, and it's going to take you directly to the distributor's website with that data. So really nice stuff, allows it very easily to shortcut to that should you want to do something more direct. So as you can see, this really cuts down the vendor searching price, getting the best price, seeing what's in stock all in one location. Makes it very easy to do that. And so before we go, I do want to let you guys know about our resources. We'll be sending a recording of this webinar to all of our attendees, and you can subscribe to our YouTube page to get notified of new training videos that we upload. I also want to add that we pride ourselves on having awesome support and awesome sales team. If you call us, we pick up. If you email us, we'll definitely respond to you. We offer 30-day trials for any add-on of QuoteWerks. The real-time module and Etilize are available to you. We have over 200 videos on our website, help documentation, live and recorded webinars, and services. So if you wanted more one-on-one training, we offer that as well. If you go to our main web page under the support area, most of the information is right there. You'll be able to access that. So I'll stop this recording now, and I'll open up the chat up for questions. So